Hello, movie fans. We're the movie family. We're here to do a spoiler review of the third episode of The Mandalorian, the new Disney Plus TV show. We've already did our review of the first and second episode, so if you haven't seen that, check it out. We'll put it in the card up above. And make sure to check out any of our other videos. We do reactions to some trailers. We do some movie reviews, which we'll have a few coming out in the next couple weeks. And we do some movie games sometimes too. And then also make sure to stay tuned at the end for Ryan's bad joke of the day. So I'm TJ.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Rachel.
I'm Tara.
I'm Tommy.
and we're here to talk about Mandalorian episode 3. So if you hopefully you're watching this because you've already seen the episode, so we're just going to share some of our thoughts about the episode, what we like most about it, the coolest things. Quick recap, he's got Baby Yoda, and they're going to travel back. So, surprisingly, he does turn in Baby Yoda to the guy who's had the bounty on Baby Yoda, right?
Yeah.
Baby
and then,
Yoda cries. Not quite,
Does
but
he
makes a noise that's like...
when they take him
like
away,
a
he
sad
makes like a
noise.
crying noise. Yeah, that is pretty sad.
sad.
And shocking that he actually turned him in, but he did get all that cool Beskar metal.
Oh yeah, so now it looks really
It's
cool.
all worth it now.
Yeah.
Well, he goes back later and saves
It
him.
saves Baby Yoda.
I mean, it
so
does
it's
seem
fine.
pretty bad when he first does it. You're like, oh, that's kind of rough, man.
Oh, I mean, he's clearly having like regrets about it. Though.
Yeah.
You
Ethan-
can't see
Ethan
the
wants
emotion on his face, though.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Because he never takes off his helmet. So that's one thing. Before we go further, let's talk about the fact that he never takes off his helmet. Apparently, that is like they ask
religion.
you. The religion. They ask him at one point, the head metal,
The blacksmith
armor. Yeah, the
person.
blacksmith, right?
Yeah.
Asks him, like, have you ever taken off your helmet? And he says no.
This is the way.
Right, and this is the way, which is great. I mean, in
also
concept,
gross.
Yeah,
but
it's
yeah.
disgusting.
But if he's never taken off his helmet since he's had it, and let's assume he's had it for I don't know
Your beard
It's
would have to grow
right.
out of your helmet.
a
at
few
some
years,
point.
right? Yeah, you'd either have a huge long beard,
Would you just shave
They have
under
built-in
your
shaving in the
helmet?
helmet. Duh.
and also like a shower in there
Just
too.
all, shriveled.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
right.
It's a
Like all of them would be disgustingly gross underneath. His hair would probably be like all mangy or like
Yeah.
bald. He'd be bald for sure.
Wait, but I was wondering though, like, if that's part of their religion, what about Sabine on Star Wars Rebels?
Oh,
Oh,
Like,
Oh, you know what though? I was thinking, what if the head blacksmith is Sabine?
Oh, that would be so cool.
From
if they actually
that
did
Star
that.
Wars Rebels, the one
That
Mandalorian
would
from
be
the
really
Rebels
cool.
crew.
I was thinking that because they do look a lot like Sabine.
Well, it's definitely a female, I think,
Mhm,
right?
yeah,
The blacksmith's
clearly.
the female, and there's only been, I've only ever seen the one female. There probably is more.
But she has like the same like visor style.
Yeah,
too, I
it's like
think.
it
If
kinda
I
like
remember
the-
correctly. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like,
if
it's like
you
the
look,
same
it's like the
sort of
rounded
style.
kind of eyes, and the
Yeah.
visor's different. It's
And-
different from regular.
And while
teeth.
it's not spray painted, she was very artistic, right? And
Mhm.
so it's like
Yeah.
maybe, and she was actually very good at making things, I think. So maybe
Yeah.
what would make sense if it was her older, that would make sense. She was probably in, when Rebels happened, that would have been, maybe 15 years before this.
Yeah.
And so that she could be in her mid 30s, maybe late 30s at this point, and that would actually match up well. And her making different armor, and then keep talking about the signet, and she would put the signet on his thing. That would be very artistic, right?
Mm.
That would be an awesome reveal if she turns out to
Yeah.
be Sabine from Rebels,
Yeah.
one of the
I really
other
would
few
like that.
Mandalorians that we know of. So, anyways,
Maybe all the Mandalorians have colorful hair too, so
We
that's
just never
why he
get to
keeps
see it.
his helmet on.
right? Well, yeah, and if they all have to keep their helmet on, that's pretty messed up. I just think it'd just be gross. Clearly, they have to take it off, like maybe in a private some point. But he always, it's a cool idea because that makes him
maybe
really
it's-
look cooler. Every time he's in his ship, like he just keeps his helmet on.
Yeah. it's just
Every time he's like eating,
How do you
just
eat?
keeps his helmet on.
Never seen that.
They only eat smoothies. It's with a straw
That's the only thing they
at
can
the
have.
bottom. I don't know.
It's
I thought
like
it's a
your
cool
diet, like the smoothie. You put your food in a smoothie. He drinks everything
Mhm.
like that.
concept. Yeah, exactly. All things are smoothie. That's why they're
mean-
so fit.
Yeah, they just drink their protein smoothies.
In the
or
past, they grinded up a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
anyways, I think it's a cool thing. The whole thing about the Mandalorians was cool. So, anyways, he does go back. He does regret giving away Baby Yoda, and then
something. He does some awesome stuff to get him.
Well, yeah, I was trying to think anything else that happens before that. Basically, he goes back and he has his new chest plate and his armor is all made out of the Beskar.
Yeah, it's that like sneaky stormtrooper takeout fight.
So he gets all
Parried.
out of what? Wait, when?
That's when he goes to get Baby Yoda.
Oh yeah.
Before.
No, I was just saying just before that. Remember, he gets the Beskar armor. He gets all the silver Beskar armor.
Doesn't talk with the guy.
Yeah, and he talks the main
Apollo Creed.
Right, talks to Apollo Creed, the head of the Bounty Hunter Guild, and wants another assignment, and he almost leaves.
I don't think he's the head.
Yeah, he's the head of the Bounty Hunter. He actually said it a couple times.
I reference the book series.
Anyways, he almost leaves, and then he comes back and he decides to save Yoda, which is pretty cool.
It was really cool, like very violent for a Disney show too. Like the way that he like kills all the stormtroopers and stuff, it was surprisingly violent.
Yeah,
but
no
cool.
blood.
No blood.
Yeah,
but
which is
still
interesting. Like he just when he shoots him and kills him.
I think I almost heard a Wilhelm scream in one like it wasn't full, but it seemed like half, like almost like it was kind of like a
Is that when the guy fell off the building at one point when he got shot?
Maybe, I think so. There was some guy who was like falling down and he like fell on forward. It almost sounded like a Wilhelm.
Yeah, might be.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
But yeah, and then Baby Yoda's all cute and like really like very tiny apparently.
Yeah, really small.
And then when he first arrives, like going back quickly, like it was neat with his little ears, like the wind blew his ears on the landscape. So, anyways, he's very cute. They continue to be super cute. But yeah, and then the awesome fighting at the end was just him fighting all the people. I think was cool, and then it was kind of a John Wickish moment where they all like get their little the beepers for the bounty go off, so they're all after the Baby Yoda.
Oh yeah, what does he feed Baby Yoda? Like I know he ate a frog thing once, but what else?
I don't know.
Does he just eat things on his ship?
Maybe.
What do you
think? Ooh, this looks fun.
Right.
Eat the ball?
Yeah, maybe he ate the metal thing.
Yeah, we don't know.
That's why he wanted to play with it.
No, he's
Also,
gotta have
as
some
part
kind
of
of
I
food.
think that was a bit
He
of
likes
a part of his
protein shakes,
motivation to go save Baby Yoda, wasn't it? He got back on the ship, he was about to start it, and they like saw the thing that Baby Yoda was playing with in the beginning. So he was very like he wanted to go back, but wasn't sure, and then that was basically just like that final touch for him. Like he remembered how fun.
The Mandalorian put him on the diet.
Yeah.
The smoothie diet.
And
I went this far. I cannot risk him.
Right, and I did see some things, some other places where I saw that the question still, this whole thing is the MacGuffin is the Baby Yoda. Like, what is he? Why is he here? He's got force powers, but that the one weird doctor in the white that was doing experiments on him has apparently, it looks like a Camino, which is from the cloning facility back in the prequels. And so they think maybe they're trying to get like DNA from Yoda, the Baby Yoda creature who has the Force, so they can try to maybe replicate their own like clone Force army. Which the question of whether or not they got it or not, I don't think they did yet. But that's why he was saving him from this guy. But it seems like that guy was not trying to kill Baby Yoda. He was trying to just extract him and use him for DNA.
He said he was protecting him. He said if it wasn't for me, he'd be dead.
Right. So, because the older guy did not care. He wanted to kill him. But then the coolest part was at the end where all the Mandalorians.
Oh yeah.
With jetpacks.
They
got the jetpacks.
Yeah, there was like 10 or 12 Mandalorians with awesome jetpacks flying around shooting stuff.
Thank you.
The big heavy Mandalorian with his machine gun that came in.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, that was
really nice.
Yeah.
I gotta get one of those.
They're flying next to him, and he's like, "I gotta get me one of those." Yeah, that was which he totally does because. How does everybody else have a jetpack and he doesn't have one?
I don't know. They probably saw Boba Fett back in the day. They're like, we gotta get.
Yeah, but I mean, he had some cool weaponry. I think that'd be the thing. I'd be like, can I get a jetpack next time?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't I not?
Beskar jetpack.
Right, he's got the flamethrower. He's got the
flamethrower. I thought that was cool. Unfortunately, yeah, they didn't work that well. But the flamethrower was cool though.
Yeah, it was cool. It kept people back. It's more of a crowd control kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then his little sparrow things that shot out of his arm. That was cool too.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Whistling birds.
Whistling birds. That's what it was. Yeah. Why do they call them that?
Because they whistle.
They whistle. Yeah.
Why would they call it a sparrow?
I've seen those before.
I don't know.
I feel like I've seen those before.
Sparrows can whistle. But yeah, so so that's cool. So now they're off on they're being hunted clearly that's going to be part of the rest of the story is they're being hunted because they want to get the Baby Yoda back.
Oh, Carl Weathers survived. Because he shot him, but then,
Oh, yeah.
He had, the Beskar, brick under his cloak, so that, shot the brick and he survived. So Carl Weathers still knows that he has the kid.
Right. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that was, a kind of a cool Easter egg in there.
It's when around disintegrating people one time.
Yes. Now and he said, that's a cool weapon you got there. It's all the disintegrating he kept doing, and then he can, electrocute people at the other end. Yeah, I mean, I think the thing that I'm going to posit there that I think we already talked about, which is the Sabine thing. I'd love to see if there was some kind of crossover with, because Dave Filoni, who was the main creator behind Clone Wars and Rebels, the cartoons, which are canon, also is working with Jon Favreau on this.
Wait, he is?
Yeah, he's been waiting.
Oh yeah, you've seen the credits, yeah.
Yeah.
She's totally going to be in there. Yeah, I didn't realize that.
So, I mean, if that one blacksmith is Sabine, that would be really cool. That would make a lot of sense to me. And be neat how they could tie everything back in. But I'll be curious to see how they do the rest of it. Anything else you guys liked about the episode that was super cool? I mean, I like the "It Is the Way" chant from the Mandalorians. I like getting more Mandalorian backstory there.
Then they did the thing we thought we were talking about when she was forging all the other Beskar armor. They did have more flashbacks, and we called that.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how
it was mostly, about half of it was reused footage, and they just kind of added more to it. So I have a feeling that we're basically just going to see, the same footage every time with just
a little bit more. A little bit more.
Because they put him in the hole, but this time it was there's a battle droid
and you
above.
saw the battle droid that was about to shoot him. So
but then we don't know
clearly
what
that's
happens
next,
not going to happen. So.
Yeah, and also I realized it's very, very, video gamey. The way that it's, set up just feels like it's a video game. Does that make any sense? The way that it opens and then the guy, gives you your mission or whatever, or, tells you what you have to do, and you come, and then the guy who's, the Bounty Hunters Guild main person, he's always, sitting in the same spot in, the bar, and he goes up to him and all that stuff.
The flashback
it feels like it's set up like it's a video game.
So you're positing that this is all in his mind?
No.
No, but that's kind of interesting because Fallen Order just came out, Star Wars 2, and they also have a thing where you learn new stuff by going through flashbacks, and that's kind of very similar, because when they make new character armor, he gets flashbacks.
Yeah, exactly. You're upgrading your character, and you're learning more about it, and that's.
And, no, that's true. That would be, and that'd be cool if it was a video game. And as a quick aside too, because I mentioned Jon Favreau, there's rumors that Jon Favreau may take over all of Star Wars, kind of become the Kevin Feige of Star Wars world. And that Kathleen Kennedy would be removed, and that he would take over.
Is Lucas not doing stuff anymore?
No, Lucas has been out for a long time.
Okay, that's the Lucasfilm.
He's just been
he's sold.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So
Lucas has just been adding in McClunkies and everything. That's all that he does. Anyway.
Yeah, that's his McClunkies into the originals, which is I don't know why.
So dumb.
Yeah. But again, if we can get Favreau and Filoni on those things, then that would be awesome because they do good stuff.
They've been doing some good, because Clone Wars and Rebels and now this, people liked all of them.
Yeah. What are you saying, Rachel?
I still think that the Baby Yoda creature is my favorite part. It's very cute.
Of Disney Plus in general.
I'm glad that that might be the best thing about Disney Plus so far. We haven't watched a lot of other things, and we might, but yeah.
But what if we watch on Disney Plus? Mandalorian, Phineas and Ferb, and
yeah. That's about it.
Yeah, that's about it, pretty much. Because we own most of the Marvel movies, so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the Mandalorian just being really good at fighting and everything is also very cool.
Yeah. Well, it goes with how they become so good at fighting, right? They talk about what are they called? They're not called younglings. They're called the foundlings.
The foundlings. That's
which I guess is the equivalent of the younglings.
Pretty much. Yeah.
For what?
The foundlings for the Mandalorians. Yeah. It's I think their version.
Yeah,
of
whenever he brings the Beskar in, then Sabine lady is they need to save some for the foundlings because they're the future or whatever, and then.
Oh yes, that's the way that they're gonna be the future. Yeah. I remember that.
So anyways, that's our thoughts about Mandalorian episode 3. Please put your comments and thoughts about the show, whether you like it or not, down below. If you're excited about seeing more,
We're gonna buy Baby Yoda stuff when it comes out for
buy
Christmas.
all the Baby Yoda merch.
Yeah. Baby Yoda merch is supposedly going to be out soon. maybe after Thanksgiving. We're definitely going to get some of that. And then, tell us if you like our Sabine just theories. That might, or if you've got other theories about who people could be, or if there's going to be tie-ins with other things. So, and if you like if you like this reviews, if you like what we're doing, please hit like, hit subscribe. We'd like to have you come join our family again. And now it's time for Ryan's bad joke of the day.
This one ties in even better than the last. Why is Yoda, or Baby Yoda, a good gardener?
Why?
Because he has a green thumb.
Okay, and that's Ryan's bad joke of the day. You can also comment if you like that or not. All right, come and join our family next time. Bye.